Hello everybody out there on YouTube, my name is Ben Neal, also known as Radius with the Hunters Drivers Team, sponsored of course by Hunters Toys and Collectibles. This past weekend I attended our local club event, so it's different again from IOCC. I'm back at our local club event, which happens to be Outlaw RC. So if you guys haven't found them on Facebook, have a look on Facebook if you guys are interested. We race 1/10 scale vehicles on carpet again, indoors, as we do through the winter season. It's a great way to keep our skills sharp. And of course, I was racing both the 17.5 2-wheel buggy class and my favorite, the 13.5 stadium truck class, which is always a riot. And in this video, what you're going to see is both my best qualifying runs for each vehicle, followed by the main for each vehicle, and of course I'll walk you through it as we go. So settle in, get a drink, get some snacks, and coming up first is going to be Q1 for Stadium Truck. Oddly enough, Q1 happened to be my best of the day, and I said to all the drivers when we got off the driver's stand, like, holy, did you guys all eat your Wheaties this morning or what? Because everybody was flying, which is interesting to see. Normally in the first qualifying, not everybody is kind of got the giddy up going, but today, everybody seemed to be on the game. And as always, especially in the previous video with IOCC, mistakes made the biggest difference. So those who made mistakes ended up costing their qualifying runs. I myself didn't really make that many mistakes, but we'll cover that when we get done with qualifying. So stick around. Coming up next is going to be Q1 for Stadium Truck.
All right, so Patrick, you're going to tell him lesson 5. Connor. Ben, Dan, Horacio, and Jason, when you're ready, off and rolling here on our 5-car field. Guys, play nice with each other, please. Just opening laps here. Infield caution, infield, and it's clear. Thank you, Chris. Never seen you run that fast. So Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Rosto, and Jason, your current runner order. 4 minutes remaining in this. Last lap on the race leader, Patrick Fogg. 11.8. Right now, 1.3 left on Ben, so Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Roster, and Jason, you're running in order. Top 3 very close, 1.5 between the top 3, 1.5 seconds between the top 3. That is Patrick, Ben, and Connor. Let's find them on track. Patrick in that yellow fade to orange truck.
Go Jason, go Jason.
With the all orange truck, Patrick going over that backside table. Jason, you have second behind you. Jason second.
Oh, he's good. I let him go.
Alright, so 3:15 remain. Patrick, Connor, Ben, Dan, Rossio, and Jason, you're on order. Caution coming on the straight, wide onto the straight, wide onto the straight. All clear. Patrick, Ben, and Dan, now your top 3. Dan 0.7 back of Ben, so Dan trying to catch up to him. A little bit of a roll over that, that's going to set him back. Patrick out front, 5.8 seconds, so Patrick comfortably here. And then it's Ben in the 2. Let's find Ben backside table through the switchback front end straight. He goes. White and pink truck. Connor, you got a leader behind you. Connor, action on you. That is the race leader. 2:30 down, 2:30 remaining fast lap. Still Patrick Fogg, 11.4 now. And puts his on lap that time by.
Sorry, Connor.
Leader's pace 26.508. Ben's pace in the 25.508 for Patrick. Looking to go a whole lap faster than the rest of the heat and take that overall T2 here in Stadium Truck T2. Out of clear. You're a short. Caution on the straight, tight on the straight, tight on the straight. All clear. So Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Rosto, and Jason running order right now. 11.3, Patrick puts in a new hall lap. That time by 11.3. Let's see what he answers back with here. 11.4, so very consistent low lap times here out of Patrick Fogg. Low 11s here, 7.4 his gap. With 1:30 remain, coming on the straight, coming up on Jason Marquez. So Marquez, you have leader behind you. Patrick, Ben, and Connor, your top three, then is Dan Ford, Jason Clyde, and Roscoe in that 6th position.
Come on, Roscoe.
Currently, everybody is on TQ pace right now. Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Jason, Roscoe is your running order still. Fast lap. 1-1 now out of Patch. And moving there. Coming up on Patrick Fogg. Right side table he goes. Yellow and orange. You see him coming up on you. Give him some room. Ben in that 2 position. He's got open track in front of him. Leader behind him. 45 seconds remaining. Then it's Patrick, Ben, Connor, top 3. Then it's Marquez and Roscoe in the 4, 5, and 6 positions. Up next, Tool Drive Slash, race 7, Tool Drive Slash. Caution, go tight in back lane infield, off there. Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Rossio, and Jason. Just under 10 seconds remain here. 12-second lead for Patrick Fogg right now. Going down off the loop he goes. 11.6 up by his faster than 11.1. 26.5, 04, still a whole lap up on NA's pace. As time expires. Here it in, you're done, here it in, you're done.
All right, so that was Q1 for Stadium Truck, which happened to be my best qualifying of the day. And overall, I didn't really make that many mistakes. If you notice in the video, I never actually once got marshaled. And I think that should be the goal for everybody who's doing any kind of RC racing in general. Try not to get marshaled at all by any of the marshals on track, because if you're doing that, even if you are a little bit slow, you're gonna have a better overall qualifying position. The goal should really be to just drive as cleanly as possible. Speaking of that, I did, of course, clip a few of the pipes on the infield of the track. In fact, you can hear one really loud, audible bonk in the middle of the back section where we make our way through the infield. I think I clipped that pipe pretty hard. And I did also have to slow down for a bit of the marshalling that was happening on the track. But overall, pretty mistake-free run for me, and that qualifying happened to be my best. So that was Q1 for truck. Coming up next is going to be 17.5 two-wheel buggy. For those who are not aware, this is a B6.4 from a Team Associated. It is not a B7, which is what some of the newer guys are running. That's the newer kit. This is an older B6.4, and I've still got this thing pretty much running on the rails, and you guys will be able to see that coming up next in qualifying. So qualifying for two-wheel buggy is going to be Q3. Q3 ended up being my best for the day, so let's check it out.
All right, Patrick Fogg, you go on the count, less than 5. Greg. Patrick Fogg. Connor. Greg Garcia. Jason. Connor Marshall. Dan. Jason Mark. And then we're ready. Dan. We're off and rolling here. Our 6-car field. We'll give you guys a couple laps here. Start calling some times. Seconds into this one, it is Greg, Ben, Patrick, Jason, Connor, and Dan. You're on order. Fast lap on the race leader, Greg Garcia, 11. It's flat right now. 1.8 up on Ben, and now to Patrick in the 3.4 back. 0.1 now back as he crosses up and by. Caution after him. We'll try it all clear. So race leader Greg Garcia coming up on Dan Coop. So Dan Coop, you got race leader behind you. Thank you. Then you'll have one more behind you there as well.
Go Connor, go, go, go.
Connor, that is the leader. You guys know Patch's colors, yellow and orange. When you see him behind you, let him go. Thank you, Dan. Jason, action on you. Thank you, Jason. Connor, you will be next. So action on Connor, what he says. Race order, Greg, Ben, Patrick, Dan, Connor, and Jason right now. Caution coming on the front straight, go wide front straight, and it's clear, thank you, Randy. So Ben, you will have leaders on the podium in a minute here. So Greg, Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, and Jason, your runner order. Patrick and Ben, your close battle, point 3. This time Patrick and Ben on track. Both of them have a little bit open track around them. Jason, you will have Ben coming up on you here shortly.
Don't worry about it until I get there, Jason.
Pink and white car is in third right now. 2:15 remain in this. So we're two-wheeler buggy A sort. Next up, Canadian truck B sort.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Let's find your leaders on track right now. Working their way through some traffic. Greg Garcia, 3.6 is his lead over Ben Neal. Patrick in that 3 position, battling Ben from 2. 21 the gap between the two of them. They're very close on the clock. That's right now. Patrick just coming across the loop now. Yeah, just got a little bit of a longer lap there. Got 4.1 now. So 130 left. Patrick's going to hope for a mistake. Ben, or sorry, other way around there now. Ben's going to hope for a mistake on Patrick. 1 second to gap between the two of them now. Back in a bit of a battle. 0.5 now the gap. Trying to move up quite a bit. Greg, be cautious there. That car in front of you is battling for a position.
Go, Greg.
That'll work out, thank you. As Howard's done, guys, when you see a faster car coming up on you, give them a bit of room. Tuck in behind and follow their lines. 45 seconds remaining. Greg, Patrick, Ben, Dan, Connor, and Jason. 1 second now the gap between Patrick and Ben. Patrick come down up the straight. Connor, be cautious. That is for a battle in front of you. Ben got open track. Patrick's got open track. They're on their own clocks here with 30 seconds remaining. Patrick was hot lap of his race that time by 11 flat. Comes up the race still Gray with a 10-9. 20 seconds remaining here, caution infield. That goes on the double side, thank you. Action on you, Dan, thank you.
Other side!
2-5 now the gap. Looks like Ben had a little bit of a longer lap there a few ago. Timeline's down here, less than 5 remaining. Greg, Patrick, Ben, Dan, Connor, and Jason current order. And you period in, you're done.
Greg Garcia done. Patrick Bob done. Dan Cook
I'm still running. I'm still running.
Jason Mark done.
I'm still running.
Ben Neal done.
All right, so that was Q3 for two-wheel buggy. And once again, if you noticed, I didn't really get marshaled. So my performance was pretty good overall. There was a couple of times where I did land and chassis slap, like kabonk, like this, on that center pipe. It just hit right in the center of the chassis, which is why the Outlaw sign is a bit scraped, to be honest with you. That's kind of something I want to avoid in the future. I don't really want to bang up the chassis of this car too much, but again, mistakes happen in racing, and that's just one of those things. I ended up making it through anyway. Didn't really make much of a difference. One thing I did want to say, though, is I was yelling at the guys on the driver's stand, hey, I'm still racing at the end of my run. Guys, I apologize. I'm sorry. I never want to really be yelling at people. The reason why I did that, though, is if you notice in the race, I started that heat last. And for those that are not aware, everybody gets a 5-minute clock. So yes, there's a clock that ticks away and goes bong at the end to say, hey, the 5 minutes is over, but everybody still gets 5 minutes. And that 5-minute timer only starts for the driver when the driver crosses the line, okay? So at the end, I was still running. Cars ahead of me, though, were finishing. So they finished their 5-minute timer. I had clipped an extra lap to be on the 27-lap pace, which is the same as what Greg Garcia did and Patch. Greg Garcia ultimately took the top qualifier spot, I think, with 27 laps at 5 flat. Patch was second with 27 laps at 5:03, and I believe I was third with 27 laps at 5:05. And so me yelling at the end was trying to tell the other marshals that were out there and the drivers on the driver's stand who were finishing ahead of me, please move over. I'm still running. I want to get that last couple of seconds on my last lap. So once again, I hate doing that. I don't like yelling at people, and I don't really want to be telling people like pull over for me, please. But it was one of those things where I knew seconds or even tenths could make a difference in qualifying, and guys ahead of me that were finished needed to basically move out of the way so I could complete my run and get my full 5 minutes in. That only happened, of course, because I started last. So that's it for buggy. That's it for qualifying. In truck, I qualified second. In buggy, I qualified third. So coming up next is going to be the truck main.
All right, drivers ready, corners ready to go race in South Zone. Less than 5. Nice clean start on all these guys. Everybody making it through the first couple corners here. Patch already starting to pull away. Action on Rossio, and action on Rossio, that is your leader. Thank you. Mueller, you will be next. Caution infield, go tight after the center double. Tight after the center double. Still there, tight after the center double. All clear. Caution right side table, all clear. 1 in, 4 to go. Patrick, Ben, Dan, Connor, Jason, Chris, Rossio, and Jerry to run over stadium truck A-main right now. Let's find race leader left side, switch back he goes, front straight away. Looking off in 11-2.
Ross jump second. Thank you, buddy.
Guys, play clean with each other, please. Action on Jason, action on Jason, thank you. Let's find Ben in that 2. He's got to look at track in front of him. Dan 2 to that 3. Center section double he goes. Caution table, tight in the tables, all clear.
Good footwork, man.
Rossio, action on you, that is leader, thank you.
Oh.
And Muxley.
All right, all good.
Dan 2 going for a bit of a roll over there. Corner trying to get into him. So Dan gonna fall back to the 5 there. Battle with Jason in front of him. Gonna look inside, not gonna make it stick. And inside there, and he makes it stick that time by. Just moved in 2, not up to the 4, trying to catch Connor. Marshall going through that center section roller right now. So Patrick Fogg right now, running around out front. Ben Neal in that 2. 8.7 is your gap between the 2 of them. Let's find Patrick on track, coming up on Roscoe. Roscoe action on you. Well, Pat's getting a little sideways there. So 2:10 to go. Patrick, Ben, Connor, Dan, Jason, Jerry, Rossio, and Mueller, your running order. So this here, Mueller goes for a rollover. Caution coming onto the straight. All clear. No, okay, just driving each other. No, okay. 1:45 remaining. Patrick Fogg still up front. Then Mueller the 2, Connor Marshall 3.
Let me fix the pipe, please.
4 position. Caution infield section. All clear.
Rostio second.
Action on Rostio, action on Rostio. That is second place behind you there. Action on Connor. Caution into the table, caution into the table. Caution into the table, all clear. Action on Cougar and Muxlow. Cougar and Muxlow, you got leader behind you. Thank you, Gary. Caution left side switchback, caution left side switchback. Okay. Fine, race leader. Couple of mistakes there on him. Dropping that gap now to 6.5 now. Nerves maybe getting to Patrick here. Going over that backside table. Left side switchback and right side tabletop. He goes quick enough in 11.3 to his faster than 11.2. We're still putting down some leaders here. 5-4, they get it back to Ben, then it's Connor. Connor and Ben right together on track in a battle. Let's watch them on track. Going over that backside. Oh, Ben clips the pipe.
Oh, hey, Jerry.
Oh, Ben clips Jerry. Good action on Leaders, you guys got to be a bit more patient with lappers. They're going to get out of the way as quick as they can. Marshall done.
Gary Muxlow done. Jason Mark done. Patrick Bob
Just
done.
waiting on Ben and Rostio. Ben and Rostio. Only with the cross. Ben and Rostio.
Ben Neal done.
That's a race of Patrick and
All right, so that was the Stadium Truck main, and it was overall it was a pretty good race. I started second, ended up finishing third, which of course was my own demise. I did make a mistake where I couldn't see Jerry. Jerry had he was parked on the inside of the downside of the tabletop, and Connor was, I think, chasing behind me when I smashed into Jerry and ended up getting up into the air, and then ended up clipping Dan as well as a result of that. So it was a bit unfortunate, and unfortunately traffic kind of made the difference in this heat. Just the traffic overall was really kind of the only problem. There's a few times in this race where I had to force a pass just to get through on some guys instead of traffic moving over. Again, sorry probably to Rastio as I clipped you a couple of times by accident. But I was trying to run my own race and not really get into your way, unfortunately, even though we weren't battling for position on track. Speaking of which, Chris Mueller, early on in the video, he lets me go and then immediately rear ends me as we were making the hairpin on the center section of the track. You could actually hear him yell out on the driver's stand because he knew he'd made a mistake. It's whatever. Chris, if you're watching this video, it's no big deal. Stuff happens. It ended up not really being too big of a difference for my race. Ultimately, me hitting Jerry towards the end took me out of second spot and allowed Connor to get ahead of me. And that boy's quick. Connor's quick. Patch is quick. So coming third again to Connor and Patch, I think has happened 3 times in a row at Outlaw races. So whatever, it's what it is. The boys and I, we will race hard coming up in the future, I guarantee you. So overall, fantastically good event. And coming up next is going to be, of course, the main for two-wheel buggy, which once again, the action was fast and furious, and everybody up front was flying. So here we go.
all right, drivers are corners ready. No passing after that first table. No on the town, less than 5. Clean start there, number 75 tool buggy up. Pat's gonna roll it over there. Drop him all the way back to that 6th spot. Caution straight, no tight front straight, tight front straight, tight front straight, still there, all clear. Greg trying to run away with this one here. Ben making it easy. Oh, Ben to the side of his caution front straight. Once again, tight front straight, tight in the front straight. Guys, watch where you're pulling out too. Connor, you already have a leader there. Thank you. So Greg already way up on anyone else. 4-7 the gap. Greg, Coog, Jason, and then Patrick Clark, Ben Neal, Queen, Kyle, Cody Card, and Cody Marshall.
Sorry, guys.
Some rough ride in there. Guys, I can't see everything. I'm going to do my best. If you take someone out, you better wait and give that spot back. Caution, infield tight.
Oh,
tight,
Jesus, Cooper, you scared the shit out of me.
You're good, you're good, you're good. So race order right now with 3:10 remain. Greg, Patrick, Ben, Jason, Cody, Connor, Dan, and Kyle. Talk to Luke, tag Luke, tag Luke. Smart decision there, Connor, thank you. So race leader Greg Garcia, center side double, he goes into that roller.
Middle.
Patrick Claw in that 2 position. Tight on front straight, go tight on front straight, go tight on the front straight. All clear. Connor, you are battling with that car in front of you, just a heads up. Pass clean, guys, pass clean. So race leader Greg Garcia, open track, he's got 8.9 seconds up. Patrick following 2, then Ben Neal 3, Jason Marquez 4, Dan Coogan at 5, Connor Marshall 6, Cody Ford 7, 8, 3, Kyle around out that 8th position. So race there, let's find him on track, backside table, he goes, oh, Kyle going for a massive roll over there, and full wheelie. Cooper trying to get in there, thank you. Race leader Greg, I believe that was him going for a little roll over there, yes it was. He's got 9.1 up, but that's going to be a little bit slower now. We'll see what it is when he crosses and when Patrick crosses. There's Patrick 4-6 now, the gap for the lead. Here's your lead back with 1:20 remaining. Ben Neal, you got a leader behind you.
All good.
On you. Caution off the table, all clear.
Go, Greg.
Got leaders on you and down below. So Dan Cookie and Kyle Fish, leaders are on you. Patrick right now running in the 2-3. He's got open track, caution off the table, all clear. Shish, you are next. Those 2 behind you are leaders. One more there, thank you.
Oh.
You tried. Real quick. Coogan, that is leader behind you. Thank you. Alright, so Greg, Patrick, Ben, Jason, Dan, Cody, Kylie, and Connor. Cross the line, you're done. Cross the line, you're done. Marquez and Garcia done. Marquez and Garcia done. So Greg Garcia will be your 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Amen.
All right, so that was the 17.5 two-wheel buggy main, and overall I did pretty good. Patch immediately rolls as we started the race, and he ended up dropping back to 3rd spot. I was in 2nd for a short period of time, up until the point where I hit that pipe right in front of the driver's stand. So unfortunately, out of all my luck so far for the day, I needed to get marshaled in this situation. I was stuck up against the stage and somebody came over and put me back on track. But for the rest of the heat, it was pretty good. I ended up running pretty well for the rest of the heat and managed to take home 3rd spot. So pretty good overall showing for both vehicles, 3rd for both, podiums for both in the field, which is so incredibly tight as it is, was pretty good showing, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Also, sorry to Cooper, you scared the absolute crap out of me when you ran out on the track, but luckily Cooper's a young boy and he's got quick legs, so he managed to move his way across the track without getting taken out, but I almost got Cooper, and I'm sorry that happened. It's one of those things where the buggies are moving so fast from left to right that I can't really see what's happening on the right side up until I turn my head to the right to actually see the jump. And at that point, it's basically too late. So Cooper, you scared the absolute crap out of me, but overall, everything was okay. Had a really good race, again, at Outlaw RC. Looking forward in a couple of weeks. I think March the 22nd is going to be race number 8. It's the final race of the season. I don't think I'm in the trophy hunts for any of the overall trophies this year. I think I'm sitting 4th for all my vehicles, just based on previous performances. So that's it. That concludes race number 7 for Outlaw RC BC. I think race number 8 is coming up on March the 22nd, which I will be attending again, of course, with Jeremy, who's running the 2-wheel drive slash class as well as the novice class. And he's been having very, very much fun as well, racing the truck, getting into all sorts of trouble with that thing and rolling over every other second. But, you know, he's out there having fun just like me, and it's been a great bonding experience, just the two of us. One quick personal note for my uncle, Jeff. Jeff, if you are watching, glad to see that you're doing okay. I heard you had a bit of a trip to the hospital. Hopefully everything's working out for you, and love you to death, buddy. Hopefully you come out okay, and hopefully get to talk to you in the future. So thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Radius signing out. Bye-bye.